how can I apply it in my lifespan? It's a very good thing. It's a very goal, right? So how can you make it more jewelry? You need some that are materializing with the manufacture or something, the production, or we have to make more apply. And then because it's my style, it's a district, and you have a little sauce. So we have a little sauce and you have the golden bars inside my experience, my value, of my failures, my mission, ambition, everything. So how can you make it more apply the sweets in my lifespan, right? The very important here. So from the knowledge to practice, you study a lot, right? So we have to, if you want to exam, you need to pass, right? So how can more smart way? Where you study and then you have the memory, right? So today's the transformation from the low logic, wisdom, or your experience, and to the practice, in the reality life, we have the solution, and we have application. It's the presented work on the expect futures. It matters. So how does change truly happen? So every day is something the new issue, unexpected issue, right? So how does the change truly happen? With the pages that's close to 93. The philosopher, they long time ago, the philosopher they view that they have the debate, the evidence of scientific, or they have more information, the knowledge, and the testimony of so many people, and so many time, so many around the whole the university, they have the more data, so they make it more combined, so they make a debate. The nature of change for millennia, the journalists, the split into two camps. With one camp, those who see change or graduates or internals, evolution, and those who see it's more series of shape, the external break. So internal, the evolution, and then external, the break. The two view. To understand how change truly happens, we can look at its though for distinct the philosophical lens. So we have last time we learned we have a personal view and the godly view, but they have the philosophical lens, and then also scientific or psychological lens, the different view. So they have a philosophical lens. They have more the 2 points: the internal evolution and also the external the break. The historical process Hegel's Julius Friedrich Hegel is the philosopher that they say that he said the change is not a straight line. This means not directly, but the result of internal tension. That he proposed the 3-part movement, the 3-part. The theories, your current states or belief. The theories is very important because if we have more the harmony, we have the achievement of our goal. We have the post time, the present, the futures. So your current state's belief. What's your current state? Your students and the professor, and then you have a dream. After you grade your school, you want a more chief position, or you make a job, and you open the business. So your current states and the belief, the anti-trace, this contemplates the first or contrary experience that creates friction. The creative friction. So we have some from the get of other people, the community or some other company, and then the other group they make the knowledge, right? We see the benchmarking. The benchmarking means maybe we want to learn to them outsourcing, and also I make it's my style, and then we see, make the crate. Just no copy. The copy, the benchmarking different. The copies, the other people make the copy, is mine, the little same. But benchmarking is, we learn from the outside, the knowledge, experience, or wisdom, the technical, everything they absorption, and then we make learning and the study. Also, we make more create the new product. So integrates the cities or new states that emerges by the dissolving that tension. The new state that we create, so we open or we using the new product, right? So the takes your current state belief. We have the belief make it change or turning point over your lifespan, and this further create. We learn from other people, and then we make a new the create. The thing is, our new state that emerges by dissolving the tension. We already start a new world. So with more new, the little strange is not used, but we open or we start already. So we have a three part. In this view, you don't change it. You don't need to change it. You can keep your routine, or you can knowledge or the principle, your characters. You don't need to change it. Why? Because you want, you hope, you change it because your current way of being to become logically or emotionally impossible to maintain in the face of the new evidence. Because I know we have so many strong points, but it's a new things. It's very make it beautiful, fantastic. But you can get this one. You apply your lifespan. It's will be perfect or fantastic. We can no, because we have to lead the harmony, right? You will be complex. Because you were all the things and then your other new things become combined, integrate or breathe. And then also we have the cooperation together. Maybe make a harmony is very important, right? Just like the maybe orchestra, the violin, cello, the piano, the drum, the flat, everything. This part they have the more very chorus or fantastic more voice, right? And then this is a rhythm. But it's no harmony, it's an orchestra, right? It's a mess, the concert, right? So we have the logically and emotionally impossible to maintain in the pace of a new evidence because stranger. But for example, if you have surgeries, your maybe kidney or heart, so somebody donated your body, so we make it with surgery. But like this mine, no. We need time and we want to check more detail than before is my body. Because other people have the cell organ that come inside my body. We need time. We have more survival. Immune system or something cell, the nutrition, your character. You have the more hobby, we have to change it, right? You want more the safety and the more harmony. Okay? But in this view, you don't change it because just see the view, okay, this one, okay. But I have a strong point, so you can more the benchmarking and then you need to change it, it's okay. The whole is not change, right? The existential agency status. Though Jane told the strategy, the principles, he told the changes mean the turning point too. The change is a radical act of choice. The choice of a result. The change. He argued that Existence precedes essence, the meaning there is no per se the version of you. The change happens the moment you realize you are not defined by your past. So you are our choice. Your parent the choice or not? Because you have a choice. I want to born my parents. You can choice? No. Right? So you are our choice. This is more the change happen the moment you realize you are not defined by your past. So your characters don't be defined by your past. Anytime you can change it, the characters, but you need requires you have a lifestyle change and then you need more wisdom or the personality and then you need some important more change or observation or the benchmarking or you have more the challenging the new world and then you make the character and the brand marketing, the brand value. So according to Stellars, the change in the process of finding yourself is very important because you want a turning point, you want a more change in your life, you have to know you by yourself. The finding yourself, what is my value, is my life, what is the goals of my futures, and what is my current state, and what is my strong point, what is my weak point, and then my personality or how to reputation from outside people that me, the view, so what kind of person? But you know that you're by yourself, right? So we have to learn the finding the yourself, the first. The second, you have to more communication or relation make the other people, the community. Third, and your distractor, your the behavior or your act and then your hand on the people. So three parts are very important here. So according to the state, the change is in the process of finding yourself, but or continues the process of creating yourself, creating, the finding yourself, the creating yourself, though the distributes action in the present moment. Because the past time, you see, you are not changing, you make the characters, you are not defined by your past. You are our choice. Today's your choice, the past time, right? So, creating yourself, the finding yourself, the creating yourself, divisible action in the present moment. The trees, the flexible lectures, Holocaust or humanists, this is the more old debate in Western philosophy. The hierarchists, the feminists said, no man ever step in the same river twice. He argued that the change is the only the permanent things in the universe. Under this view, the change is happening to you, the constantly, whenever you notice it or not. So no man ever step in the same river twice. He argued that change is the only permanent things in the universe. The under this view, the change is happening to you, the constantly, the whenever you notice or not. Parmenides argued the opposite, the change in the illusion and our true self is unchanging. The change is on the illusion and our true self is not unchanging. You understand, right? So, for example, you live in America here, United States, but you are Korean or Philippine or China or Japan, the Turkey. So your nationality is not changing. You born your nationality, your hometown, but you live here. So you live here, so you're American. You get this citizen, the United States. but yeah, leaders document need change your citizen, but its original relationality is not changing, right? So whenever you notice or not, and on this view, the change is happening to you constantly. He argued that the change is the only the permanent things in the universe. Under this view, the change is happening to you constantly, whether you notice it or not. The primary is two part, right? They argue that the change is our illusion and our true self is not unchanging. That means your routines didn't change, but your characters, your habits can change, but habit changes so you make it routine, right? They together work together. Modern philosophy often land in the middle. Your course might feel the stable, but your neighbors, your habits, environment, or thought is the constant motion. The modern philosophy often lands in the middle. Your core might feel stable, but your levers, your habits, environment, or thought is the constant motion. Number 4, process or philosophy, Whitehead, the page 94. The first note Whitehead view, life is not a collection of things. Per person, a job, or your house, your reality life. You have the financing or your job. Anytime you have a lifespan, you currently your state, the students, whatever. But it's collection of events, money, and these frameworks. It's the fundamentals, the building, the block of our reality. So the change in fundamental building of reality, our lives, and you make a block here. If you want some and then your lifespan, the block, and then you have the first time and the current, the futures. We have more the source, growth source. So today's from the first time, yesterday, and then tomorrow's from the made by the current to today. So you work together here. So this part of what kind of experience, and we have good things, good thoughts, more failures, the negative section, depression, injury, and bankruptcy or divorce over your heart, and then something is bad news. The long time ago, we have trauma too. So they have the good things, and then you have a model bad things, good things, bad things. You make the block. This is the foundation, the growth, the source. You don't have not too much debate your personal history, the blood or something, the information. You can make it somewhat your future. You have a big house, your life speed and vision, right? So here. I pronounced Whitehead view, life is not a collection of things, the person, a job, or house, but as a collection of events. In this framework, the change is a fundamental building block of reality. The change, you don't have a change. If you want to change it, you have to learn more, learn from the knowledge, and then you have the benchmarking, you have creating and you have to make it more routine, right? No, maybe you don't have a sauce, you can never change it. So in this framework, the change is the fundamental building block of reality. You are not the static object that occasionally changing. You are reclaiming that is never finished. So not event. So you have to make the habit, you have to notice, not just temporarily event, you must stable, and then also you have the more routines. So you are not the strict object that occasionally is changing, you are becoming, that is never finished. The summary of the how. The change typically will require the three ingredients. Okay, I want a question. If you want to do something to change your life, right? The current, you already first you change it, the habit or routine, and then your goal, and then also you have your future, you have a goal. So if you want to change the current issue, what is that? You can share. Just 1 minute. Please come on, friendly. Yeah, casually. Yeah.
Maybe I don't come here, USA.
Okay.
Maybe, I'm not sure, but maybe.
Okay.
Because I come here,
Uh-huh.
and after that my father got lung cancer and he passed away last 3 months before.
Oh, I see. It's now current, right? So you all the time you worry about. So you want to go back to your hometown. You
Yes.
take your brother. Yeah. So yeah.
For this complication right now, for this right now USA very strict about the student visa.
Okay.
They don't come, they don't go their home, like back home, and like I don't know, but it's sad for because they give us visa, but now,
Okay.
right now they
Uh-huh.
don't give the opportunity to go my back home or like back here.
Yeah, so there are different situation everybody, but this is very important the personal life, your
Yeah.
current state. So we have post time and then current time, the futures. So you can devise
Yes.
everything we combine. Yes, we choice already, but we have to maybe change or we have to more plan to change, right? Yeah, so I want more the blessing and then I'll pray for you. So
Thank you.
I have experienced 25 years, almost the United States, so many things. Oh my God, I can resolve it by myself. No solution.
Yes.
Sometimes, but sometime I want to change some of my situation, but I can't. I couldn't anything. But somebody help, but sometimes the situation changes.
Yes.
So don't give up. So pray for something. But now I know you have depression, your father's illness, so you have to pray for your dad, and then also your the current state, and then we have to pray for all these for the future coming. But most of the things we have to more mind of control, mindset. Mindset, you can change anything, but we have to make more the peace, more joy, and the more the stress management. Yeah, we more good health, the good mind, and then we can more overcome. Okay, yeah. So summary of the how. The true change typically require the three ingredients. You have ingredient, maybe this like cooking, right? Cooking we need the ingredients. So if you want to change my life, we need some sauce from here. Yeah, you have a foundation, fundamental foundation over here, developing the trauma, injury, the failures, and so many good experience, good memory, everything here. So we have an ingredient here. So if you want to make it stir fry or you do steak or whatever, you don't have the ingredients, you can make it a good food, right? So if you want to change it, if you want to make my life good lifespan and then optimal health life, you need more collection of my ingredient. So here's the summary of how. So we want to change it. The two changes typically require the three ingredients. The distillation, this repetition, an event or duration that make our states good uncomfortable. An event or realization that make the state good uncomfortable. Second, reconnection, the conscious acknowledgement that old self no longer fit. Old self is my habit. So how can I do the conscience acknowledgement that old self no longer fit? Three, integration, taking the lesson of the fiction and building a new situation of who you are now. So taking the lesson of the source, the foundation, fundamental house, the fundamental ingredients, and building the block, right? So building a new synthesis of who you are now. So you have to realize who you are before, who you are tomorrow. No, who you are now, my current state. There are some people, okay, oh, you know what? I have a lot of $1 million long time ago, but now I don't have nothing. People, why? Because I have a lot of before things to do, but now currently he don't need anything. He can do anything because his focus memories the first time. The before I'm very rich, I'm poor now. You know what? You don't know, right? I'm the very rich the before. So what? But now nothing. And I can do everything. And futures I will present. I am a more rich man. And but now you don't need anything. No study, no work hard. Just you have to dream. The dream catchers. And the first time the time machine. So it matters. You have the more focused lens. The new synthesis of who you are now. You have to realize your current states. The internal tension and the lyrical choice. So we have more four parts here. The transformation from the knowledge to practice, your lifespan, right? Wisdom or your experience. Now how does change it to happen? But now the internal tension and the lyrical choice. The internal tension occurs when the two parts of your life identities are no longer compatible. The Hegel's call this the contrition. They say the contrition. The comparable Hegel called this contrition. This theories, the thing of it is that the stricter the failures in your personal logic. You have more test the way you currently live and then antithesis the new reality or desire that country. We have three parts. The thesis, antithesis. The thesis that you are currently your current. The antithesis is the new reality. So we have more the futures and the countries speed. The conflict, the imagine someone who values the security, the thesis, but has more growings, undeniables the person, patient over antithesis leads, undeniables the patient for honesty and leads, antithesis. The tension. You can simply be both at the same time without the friction. The tension is more unhappy, the consciousness. That's always when you try to push, there's a two opening door constant. The tension, they have more, it's an unhappy consciousness. That's always when you try to push, there's a two opening door constant. So this solution, the change happen towards the sublimation. You don't just pick on, you create a new life changes whereas, for example, you are your professional the stable to fund your art. You cancel the boardroom or the old life, but preserve your safety is provided. You cancel the boredoms or old life, but the preserve the safety in the provided. The core ideas, the change is inevitable because the tension becomes more painful to ignorance. You are pushed into your less self by the sheer impossibility of staying at the same time. The core ideas, the changes are inevitable because the tension becomes too painful to ignorance. You are pushed into your less self by your shared impossibility or staying at the same time. The radical choice. So how to choice? How to change it, the choice in my life? So second, radical choice. The certain to live. Certain radical choice, the opposite. It's not about the slow build-up of tension. It's about the therapy, the realization of your own, the assured freedom. The freedom, assured freedom, is not about the slow build-up, the tension. It's about the therapy, the realization of your own, the assured freedom. So if you want freedom, so you have to make a framework. That some people want to change your life, or sometimes someone they want to stay with the same way. So maybe new world, we have to either destroy your foundation. You have to make a foundation, you have to keep, but we have to little change it here. Yeah, past, your TRPSD, your past, your memory, and the current futures, we make a harmony, and you make it more better, so you can change the framework, but we have to more keep the foundation here. Why? We have a more good source here. Your experience or your memory or your the faculty, and then the potential, you have a growth source here. Scientists argue that most of us live the better pace. The medicine reports that this is when we tell ourselves, I have to do this, or that's just the way I am. The silence that lives with the tell avoid aggressive choice. The studies argue that most of us live the better pace. The medicine report, this is when we tell ourselves, I have to do this, or that's just the way I am. The silence there lies we tell to avoid aggression or the choice. Yeah, sometimes you have the good result of a choice. Maybe it's a good result, you're happy. I'm very happy and I can do that. Why? I'm very smart person, I'm a good person, so I already is the choice and then we have a more good result. But sometimes we are paid over the leaders. We have more excuse, we have to explain people. You know what? It's not my years. Or you know what? I have no time, not too much past the study, this issue. So they try the bad result. So we have to so many times we have to make a try to more explain the excuse, right? So I have to this or that's just the way I am or self that lies we try to avoid the ugly sort of choice. So yeah, everybody may be same intention. Everybody want to hide it's a mistake. It's my weak point. So they want the excuse to explain, right? The moment of a choice, the radical choice happen when you realize that your past does not govern your futures. We think about this one, the context. The radical choice happen when you realize that your past does not govern your futures, just because you have been our lawyers for 20 years doesn't mean you are lawyers in the last second. Okay? Anybody explain this one? This contents. Radical choice happen when you realize that your past does not govern your futures. Just because you have been layers for 20 years doesn't mean you are layers in the last second. Anyone share your opinion? You think about it? Sleepy?
No, I'm thinking.
Okay. How about you? Everybody, how about you things? You understand this contents? How about you things?
That means the life turning point at this whatever time is in front of you, just like 1 second away. Then your past or your experience can give you the better choice, can give you the better idea to make a decision for your future. So you can either left or right, turn left or turn right. But I mean, it could be an awful choice when you make the when you decided where to go. And but I mean, yeah, it could be like a a fortune future, or it could be an awful future. So just like a life turning point choice, right? Is it what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. How about you?
Yeah, I think whatever it says, it just tells you that even if you're 20 years lawyer, that does not mean the next 20 years you have to be a lawyer. You can always choose what's a good choice for you, but there's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
It's just how you feel at the moment, like experience you live in this life, and then you make a choice based on where you feel.
Okay. How's your opinion? Okay. You have two thinkings. You're stressed. Okay. Because I have my 3 party here. Your fundamental your house, you need a foundation if you want to build building, right? It's past time. But past time, even long time ago, maybe current, right? But they have result, the choice. So many things, the bad experience or good experience, or trauma or injury or joy, everything, there's something, the choice of result, right? So you make the foundation. But here, the present state. So we have the past time and the future and the current, we make it together, integrate, no divide, right? But today's, your future, from past time, the future of your present world and the past time, the mirrors. So you can see, so 20 years, maybe, for example, your 20 years just stay home, you did nothing. Currents, you do nothing. Maybe futures, you have something new? No, right? Maybe futures, nothing. So 20 years layout, if you want to make a puzzle, we have pictures, the puzzles, we have the mass. So you have to build up. How can we have sauce? In the puzzle, we have to match the color and then the shape, right? The pictures. So you don't have the sauce, maybe one piece of the puzzle you don't have it. It's not the binary, it's not finished. ing, right? Yeah, everything is perfect. I'm so patient. I like my life. I love my life. But something happened. One piece will be different in love. Maybe you have got everything, but has piece of the puzzle you don't have. You don't need nothing. So we have to lay out a little more harmony, and then you get anytime if you want to pick up your golden bars, the foundation, your good growth, your personal growth source, then here you can make it more build up. and then you can change it, or you need a remodeling. Right? The remodeling and or historic construction different. Remodeling, we have to shed outside, we keep, and then we part little change, right? But construction, different. Ground zero, you make a new one. The construction, right? The remodeling, interiors, inside or outside, the little part to change it. So, radical choice happen when you realize that your past does not govern your futures. Just because you have been on layers for 20 years doesn't mean you are layers in the last second. No excuse. A radical choice is a radical because it has no foundation. You don't have foundation other than your own ear. There is no sign from the universe or logos step. You simply decide, and it's that decision you define who you are. So who you are is a blueprint, and then your brand value, the characters. Who are you? You can say you are.
There are too many things.
Too many things.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody asks you, who are you? Maybe just 1 second, one thing is, I'm beautiful lady or some whatever. Who are you? Just no name, no nothing. Who are you?
I am a kind of human.
Kind of human. Okay. How about you? Who are you?
I'm a business person.
Being person. Who are you?
Maybe I'm not.
Okay. Who are you? Yeah. So identity, definition, my myself. But outside the brand or definition, other view is different, right? But we have to notice, we have to more study my myself. What defines my myself? Who I am. Yeah, who are you? Then who I am is more very important. Because we make a build up the new house, the new futures. You have a foundation of good thoughts, right? Your past time. You don't have a foundation, you can build up your house, your lifespan. Yeah. You have to study who I am. It doesn't matter, it's not important. Who are you? Maybe if you, he's good or something, it's not important. Who I am. I have to more study my identity or definitions by myself. It's more important here. The no excuse or radical choice or radical because it has no foundation other than your own will. There is no sign from the universe or logical last step. You simply decide, and that decision you define who you are. So you have to make a definition or you make the identity. The core ideas, the change is intentional. Change is intentional. You aren't pushed by tension, the passive. You force yourself into new experience by realizing that it's a world that keeping in your current life actually made over papers. So, words, if you want to make the building, words, you need a building block, so where you need something papers. Maybe just the mouse, just the thinking, no power. You have to something that made the papers. You have to make a goal, and you have to more plan the achievement. You are not pursued by tension, you put yourself into new excellence by realizing that's the world that keeping in your current life actually made of papers. Which one is happening? Which one is happening? The page 96. You can usually tell which part the world by how you discover your situation. if you pierce, trap, or suffocate, that is internal tension, external or internal. We have two parts, internal tension. If you feel trapped or suffocate, your current pace becomes too small for the person you are becoming. The change will feel like or realize or pressure. Yeah, pressure. Sometimes actually too much pressure, and the change will feel like or realize or pressure. If you feel paralyzed or dizzy by possibilities, that is a radical choice. The radical choice. You have realized the reset door is unlocked, and the only thing stopping you from working though it is a weight over your own freedom. Okay? Number one, if you feel trapped or suffocate, your current state now, you are emotionally, spiritually, and then every physically, is my fears, trapped or suffocate. How about second? If you feel paralyzed or dizzy and possibility. No, nothing, no choice. Hello, wake up. Number one, trap, support your current state. No. How about B? Paralyzed or dizzy by possibility. Hang on. Nothing. You don't have an answer here?
No, I don't feel any of that.
No, to both? No. How do you feel?
I feel like I'm on the right path. I used to feel trapped.
Okay.
Now I made a choice.
Bitter? Okay.
Yeah, so now I'm good.
How about you?
Maybe I go for first one.
Okay. How about you?
No, I don't have any feeling right now.
Okay. Yes, your answers. Okay, you're right or wrong. No, your opinions, your characters. Yeah. So you don't have it right. So you have to make some of the character here, right? Excuse. Okay. The transformation Taoist. What is the transformation? What is that? What's mean? What's the definition? Transformation.
Change from one thing to another.
Yeah, from
From A to
to,
B.
right? Yeah, how yes, Lordland to practice. Today we have the subject. Yeah, transformation. We have to change it, but we have to we need a more technical the way, right? We have a transformation Taoist. The latter practice. The structural dividers, neuroplastic, the structural dividers. Neuroplastic is the physical foundation of a change. It's brain, neuro. So, but in case scientists believe the other's brain was hardwired. But we now know it is more like a plastic or wax. The before scientists believe it will be hardware. But they haven't they change it, they know that the plastic or wax. Maybe the plastic may be strong, but not strong. The soft, you make some the plastic, right? And the wax too. It's not strong, but very soft. It's not. It's broken. The wax. The synapses, the puddings, the stronging. Your brains operate under principle of nerves that fire together, the wire together. Nerves that fire together, wire together. When you repeat your thoughts, action, the ministry insulation around the letters, the pathway, the thinking, making the signal faster and more automatic. So we have to repeat. So if you want to study, if you wanna some learn the language, how can I repeat is more better. Repeat. And then how your the book reading skill. Just one time you are finish your book. Maybe sometimes you have a forgot, right? You not memory. But you repeat maybe 10 times, maybe you're on the book. I use the skill, reading skills. I choose one book at least 10 times. 10 times I reading and the memory, and then I'm just study English. So any courses or any seminar, I want more this source. So another word maybe 100 kind of book, have the story and then example, everything here. And then I want teachings, I want pick up, is my source. So if you want to study language, if you want something, if you want to develop research anything, you have to repeat. Is repeat and then make a unit, and then you have to more routine is very important here. And then you can more change it. So synesthetic learning, the screening, your brains operate on the principle of letters that wire together. So when you repeat the thoughts or action, the millions shape the initiation around the letters, the pathway to thinkers, making the signal faster, more automatic. The liver's bad anatomies, imagine your thoughts, the water flowing down the hill. Over time, they crave deep growth habits. To change it, you must manually direct the waters. At first, it's difficult and a mess, but eventually, the old growers drag up long-term depression, and the new growers become the primary state long-term potentialism. The long-term, the potentialism, and the long-term depression. So the liver bad analogy, you have to make some the theories. Imaging therapy, you can try apply imaging therapy. If some of the unexpected issue, don't worry about it, the favors. And just the current stage and then more the step. And then they will protection of your body or your soul. But you have to change it. How can you must manually direct the water, direct your unexpected features. And first, it's difficult and a mess, but eventually, this issue is eventually, it's not the whole is my life, the issue, no. Eventually, something happened, just in the piece of cake, your life, the unexpected issue. It's not whole your life. But it's difficult and mess, but eventually, the old growth dry up, long-term the depression, and the new growth become the primary path, long-term potentiation. Behavioral science, I study CBT, the behavioral therapy, I study the behavioral science. The architecture observation. If neuroplasticity is the hardware, the behavioral science is the software. The outside, the neuroplasticity, inside the behavioral science, the software, is focused on how external environment or internal reward system dictate our patterns. The patterns, you have to make a habit, and then you have a more the routines, is pattern. So it's focused on how external environment work and the internal reward system dictate our pattern from the source. The habit loops, popularized word, research letter, test studying the James Clears. This study suggests that change happen by manipulating or three components. You have three parts. The cues, the triggers, example, your phone buzzing, the crave action, the behaviors, example, checking social medias, the rewards, the dopamine hit, the things like. So we have the chemicals, the hormone, the dopamine, and then serotonin, and then endorphin too. Here, it's like there's something like, and then make your circulation or you compare, it's like there is difference of dopamine, the serotonin, endorphin. Choice architectures. This theory suggests that human don't change those willpower. The human, they said they suggested their theory, human never change those willpower, which is the finished resource, but does the environmental design. Environmental design. If you want to eat healthy, you don't try the hardest. You remove the junk food from your house. You make the desired behavior the path of less silence. How about your things? If you want think, yeah, you are healthy, so you don't need a habit of smoking, alcohol, drug, nothing, right? So it's not hard, right? It's easy, right? Yes, no. Easy, right? So, choice of architectures, the theory suggests that humans don't change the willpower. Where we find more change, this is the thought environmental design. So you have to design your lifestyle, your life design. Please, the spiritual universe, the spiritual sense, the spiritual universe approach the transformation that is self-improvement. Spiritual universe approach transformation, not self-improvement. But as self-transcendence, self-transcendence, it's less about teaching the part and more about changing the operating system entirely. The spiritual universe approach is not the self-improvement, but the self-transcendence is for the operating system entirely. Britannia, this is some great teams often used for spiritual contest meanings or transformation of mind. It's just changing an opinion. It is a fundamental shift in how you perceive reality. The Britannia, they focus. It is just changing the opinion. It is a fundamental shift in how you perceive reality. The dying of the ego, the dying of the egos, many spiritual traditions, Buddhism, Sufism, Christian, Muslim, they have suggested that true transformation requires the death of our current self-image. By letting go achievements to your identities, the states and past, you are creating space for new self-image. How about things? The dying of the ego. Maybe you die today. Where's the tomorrow? Where you will heaven or
Yeah.
where? The ground or your heaven?
Yeah, if I die today, I hope
Okay.
I'm going to heaven.
Heaven?
Yes.
So you're sad, if you die, you're sad or no?
I always think about it. If I die, I don't know how I'm gonna feel. I'm already dead.
That's right.
So,
Good answer.
I don't know.
Not sad, not sad. So maybe I ask everybody how you feel when you die. I'm very sad because I want something, so how can you feel? Already
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah, I know. That's what makes
But,
me not feel
yeah.
bad.
But if you are maybe just you left your life just a week, 7 days.
Yeah.
You currently you have a husband, wife, husband, house, everything, right? The doctor maybe I don't know, cancer or whatever. The doctor gives you just you left your life 7 days. What to do?
Just to spend time with my family. Something
Spend time.
simple, not too much.
Too much.
Yeah, something like to go out with my family, go travel somewhere.
So you wanna agree, right? Okay. I agree. No.
What can I do?
Or
No, if,
you should know. I don't want to make you so no.
no, if I can treat it, of course, I will be like, let's do everything so I can leave. But if I have 7 days left,
Maybe you have a $5,000. If you have $5,000 in the pocket
Yeah.
for you 7 days left your life, so where you are using your money?
fly somewhere to go
That's
see the world a little bit more.
Oh, okay. How about you? I don't want to go. I don't want to die.
I always spend time with my family.
Okay.
There's nothing else you can do, right?
Yeah, just enjoy your with your family, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's your appearance?
I just got married last 29 June.
Okay.
So me and my husband planning for photography. Before I died, I just made this one.
Okay. You ask me. You ask me.
What would
I
you,
left the 7 day. I have $5,000.
what would you do?
I'm right. I have a new wife. I want a new car. No kidding. Yeah, so 7 days was my fear, maybe my fear. I already experienced it 2 times, almost the dying. So thanks God, just my 7 day. I wanna try to more clears and maybe somebody help me the first time. So I want to letters. I want to send some gift. If possible, I want to see again, and then I want to spend my time with my family, and that's it. Maybe I want to go shopping or now. Maybe it's not right. So quietly, I'm just waiting for the peace. Because I have so many times I have experienced the death of the people. I used to work the nursing home, the cancer patient, and then the dementia. The cancer patient, they were physically right, but dementia patient, the brain passed away, right? They don't remember anything. So I think it's maybe 2-part view. Maybe it's patient. What kind of patient is much better? The cancer patient, I want to stop my life better, or the dementia patient, I still alive, but I don't have no memory, so I'm more 10 years more live. How about your choice? You're a cancer patient, 7 days, or dementia patient, you want to stay more 10 years.
I don't,
You can't remember anything, your husband or nothing.
I don't want to choose it. I want to accept my fate.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. Whatever comes to my life.
So
I don't want to choose it. There's 2 of them is very bad. I don't want any of them.
Yeah, okay. The cancer patient, the physically
I know.
final. The dementia is brain, the narrow, the pathway. So what do you want? Maybe
Yeah.
only 2 choices.
I want to make my husband more annoying. So stay 10 years, but I always don't remember him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, maybe 10 years, but you can't remember any why you
Yeah,
don't
so
have a memory.
annoyed a little bit longer.
No longer.
Yeah.
You didn't matter some memory or not.
Okay.
Longer, you will stay more.
Okay.
How about you?
I mean, if I cannot remember anything,
Anything? No wife or no your kid, anything?
if I cannot remember anything, what's the point of a life?
Yeah. So you choose the cancer patient much better.
No, I really die right away.
Uh,
Yeah, if I lose my memory.
yeah.
Sad.
That really this is sad. Really.
Yeah.
How about you? Your cancer patient or dementia?
Maybe I forget something, but not the whole thing.
The part that's very typical, and then it's a story
Yeah.
because every day, I'm the supervisor of dietary transportation nutrition care. So I'm the roundings all rooms every morning and every night. Okay, see tomorrow, and then next day coming, we will enter with a room. So where she go? He's gone. She's expired. We say that make the expired means pass away. The heaven. Really? I'm the question. Last day coming, your room is passed away. The 1 month, 20 people pass away. I have a trauma. I can give it my some half people. It's not easy. Why? I want to try to my smile, my heart. I want to give something. Maybe no more. I want to give her something. It's unhappy. And then husband, wife, one room. The dementia people here, right? But the husband has passed away. But the wife, no, recognize. Where's your husband? No, he's picnic. The baby, we have cross eye here. The memory, wife memory, no nothing. He don't know anything. Oh, my husband is picnic. He can come back tomorrow. But he's passed away, the side. Now we think about it. We sometimes we are young, right? You are younger than me. But okay, one more thing. You're younger than me, right? So you live more longer than me, or who know, right? Yeah, we don't know. Sometimes I check the Facebook. Some the young people pass away. It doesn't matter what kind of death or issue. 19, 31, the 40, or 79, I'm the 54. So, oh my God, too young. Why you go early? And then maybe 90, oh my God, he's live long, too much long. Yeah, depending on the situation. So we had a question mark of myself, my life. We don't know what happened to tomorrow. Even though what happened after school, we don't know. Today, I have I show the 3 car crash, the freeway. I don't know. So now, eventually, I show too much show the car crash. I'm delayed traffic. Usually 2 hours or 3 hour driving. So why? I want to try to solve the right way. Maybe some people long way they hit car. Not choice, right? It's my responsibility on issue coming. But eventually, not whole life. So eventually, only one time is enough, right? So we have to think about today's my goal. I'm very happy person now. It's very important here. You have to see, you have to your face, your mirrors every morning. You wake up. I know you are very beautiful and handsome, but I'm more handsome than you. All the time I'm see it with my mirrors. Okay, I'm very happy person. I'm start repeat 10 times. Why? This here, the memory, my heart, repeat. They make imaging. But I'm very happy person. But later, other people hurt my heart, make an injury, or crack, not make a heart unhappy, but it matters because who I am. I'm very happy person already this morning. So it's my identity. So I'm very happy person. So it's not bother you, right? So you have to protect your by heart. Okay? So sometimes you make a relationship husband wife to violent, girlfriend boyfriend. But it's love. It's very simple but very complex. If you not love you by yourself, you can love other people. Really. Oh, I love you, and then work and then action different. How can I do? She can't mindset, can control her mind control, I don't control the brain, the emotionally. How can I make adults more love? No, it's lie. It's not real life, real love. The love, we have to respect, we have to feel the joy and the love, and then give one more plus in them. Maybe either minus, they bring the other people love, it's not love. Okay, right? 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 minus 1 is 0. No love. So you have to make more focus on your life, your current, your state here. The dying of our egos, the many spiritual tradition, the various summary and the Christian mysticism, suggests that the truth transformation requires the death of our current self-image. By letting go the achievement to your identity, the state of pairs to your create space for new self-image. Element away the whole. Renewal often comes the truth or surrenders. Narration that your individual will is in conflict with your larger truth or divine will. The change happens when you stop the findings, the current, and begin to align your life with a deeper value and the compassion was stillness over the service. The compassion of truth theories with the more detail and explain. The perspective or divine change in the phenomenals. The plasticity, behavioral science, the spiritual renewal will change. The biological rewardings, the repetition and the focus of attention. Behavioral science, the drivers will change it. This for biological rewardings and the preliminaries, the repetition or focus of attention, and the behavioral science, multiplying triggers and the reward system. The spiritual renewals, the safety in the conscience and surrenders, meditation, and ego dissolution. So how they work together? So how they work together? Because we have a strong point, right? So they have a more the character different. So how make the harmony? The how can I transform this my knowledge and then to me? So how they work together? This of a person trying to overcome the deep shift pairs. Yeah, maybe this person may be isolated situation and then more the scared situation. They're scared, the unexpected issue in the future. How can I more trying to overcome? The spiritualists, they might realize their fears, the root in the ego, driving need for control and the choice to let go. The spiritualists, they might realize their fears is the root in the ego, driving need for control and the choice to let go. Behaviorally, they might set up gradual exposure, plan to more pace the peers in the small, the manageable step. Behaviorally, they might set up the gradual exposure, the plan to pace the peers in the small and the manageable step. Logically, as they repeat those steps, their brain physically weakens the peers, sucrose, amygdala, and stimulates the cortex, sucrose, the parental cortex. Logically, they have repeated those steps. Their brain physically weakens the peers, sucrose, and the amygdala, or stimulates the cortex, sucrose, the prefrontal cortex. The top downs and the bottom up follow. Maybe 3 years ago we see top down and the bottom up. We studied already, right? Integration requires the two simulated in the moment. Top down, the spiritual to habit. Your spiritual value define your destination. If your confession, your spiritual value, it must be downward into belief. I am a person who value others' well-being, and then in the habits, the volunteering or active listening. The volunteering and then active listening. So we have more already you make the bridge or the people we have the relationship or the join the group or community. The button of the habit of belief. The behavioral science show that we don't just act because who we are, we become who we are because of how we live. The behavioral science show that we don't just act because who we are, we become the who we are because of how we act. The police smile your the pictures. There are some people helpful, maybe we have a good that has more spiritual, emotional, the physical. The junk food, maybe your more anxiety or depression, the same thing. Who you are, who we are, we become who we are, become over how we are. Every time you perform the habit, you are casting a vote for the type of person you believe you are. So the type of person you believe you are. So if you want something to do, you have to more imagine, and you are more try and add. You can become your on your the whole. The Pygmalion syndrome, Pygmalion effort. You know, right? Italia scriptures want to marry beautiful lady, but she can't find anything in the village or town. So she wants to make this kind of person and then make the song. So every day, I want to marry you. I want to marry a beautiful lady. And the letters reality or she married the Pygmalion, the Italian. If you want something, you try. Maybe over 10 years or 5 years, I want something to become this one. You have to live your state. I can do. I want this my job. I want my this state. Keep going, live it. With practice, training in your brain. I'm very happy person. I'm down, I'm depression, I no job, anything. But I'm a happy person. They react to my body. I'm very happy person. But you try, you by yourself. Every morning, I'm the depression people. I'm the failures. Maybe your body all days. Maybe your after your behavior, the movement, anything you have towards failures. I'm very happy person. 10 times all day, you're a happy person. It doesn't matter anybody bother your something you're at a limit or you're some heart, broken heart, it doesn't matter a happy person. So live the imaging. So psychologists have the imaging therapy and then Pygmalion impact. They also the placebo impact, right? The syndrome. So three parts very important in your life. No excuse your life, that's your life. So you have to try to you by yourself. Nobody gives you more the energy. You have to make a reproduction you by yourself. So we have the imaging therapy, very the powerful. So bottom habit of belief. The behavioral science shows that we don't just act because who we are, we become who we are because of how we act. Every time you perform the habit, you are casting or brought for the type of a person you believe you are. The intuition, the framework. For intuition framework, we have the first time, the current, the futures, and then at the front of your foundation. The three pillars, the pillar A, the spiritual describe the campus. The spiritual describe the meditation, prayers, silence, fasting, or study. The design towards report the motor network of the brain. They create internal tension, designed for change by showing your gap between your current ego and your higher potential. Integration points. Use your spiritual discipline to set up the frequency for the days. It's not the church, it's the calculation over your intellect. The philosophy. The course belief the bridge. The beliefs are the connective tissue. If we have a habit learning about conflicting belief that I have a level based on others, the habit will eventually fail because of a cognitive dissonance. I have studied the cognitive CBT, cognitive behavior the therapy I studied, so to have modalities. The belief of connective tissue, each part, they have a function by itself, they bridge it, they connect. So if we have a habit learning but conflicting belief that I have level-based outreach, the habit will eventually fail because of our cognitive dissonance. So we have the more positive things is very important here, because the positive things, maybe the spiritual mood eventually, and the more emotionally, and then physically, they will connect, they will more control, the control tower. The integration point, use neuroplasticity, divide more narrative. Instead of I am trying to learn, use the Saturn's radical choice, I am learner. This identity-based belief make the habit feel like our expression of ourself rather than some imposition over the self. The integration points, use the neuroplasticity, divide the narrative. Instead of I am trying to learn, use the Saturn's radical choice, I am more learners. This identity-based self make the habit feel like our expression of ourselves rather than our imposition of the self. The philosophy, the habits, the engine. Yeah, if you want to drive your vehicle with the engine, but you have a fuel too, right? You have an engine, but you don't have fuels, you can't drive. So energy, engine's energy. Habits are where the levers meet the load. This is some of behavioral science layers. Without habits, the spiritual insight are just good ideas that never change your life. Yeah, the good idea. You have some the good sauce, grow sauce. You have past trauma, and you have neurology, your grade substrate, and you have training, all of your things, but you don't using engine. You have an engine, but you can drive anything. You can build up your future, your lifespan. So you have the fuel, you have an engine, give them, apply, pick up your engine, and they make your life features is more design, and then you make more leveling, right? So you need the energy from your foundation. The habits are where the lever meet load. This behavioral science layers. Without habits, the spiritual inside is just good ideas, just good idea, good sauce. But if you want to pick up the good sauce, you make an engine, turn, you can drive it. You can more step by your step your features. But you just in your the stay environment, your limit over your range, over your lifespan, you don't change anything, right? So maybe you blueprint. You have blueprint. Oh, you have nice architecture. You have a good frame, and you have blueprint. But you not start work. You elaborate your building. So energy, engine, the energy. So motivation. You don't have a motivation, you can't change anything. You have a goal, achievements, nothing. You not effort anything. Just stay. You never change it. You have no levels, leaders. The integration points use habit stacking. What is stacking? Ensure spiritual discipline and illustrate the habit. The habit and make the routines. Routine starting. You don't have a habit. You want to report to change anything. You can make the routine. Example. After I pour my morning coffee, like imagine your daily life, you guys pour my morning coffee habit. I will sit 5 minutes of silence meditation, the spiritual discipline, to remind myself I am more than my productivity belief. I am more than my productivity belief. So within 5 minutes and then pour in your coffee, morning coffee. So I'm trying to every morning, maybe on long drive, I wake my brain, but now it's my schedule. But sometimes I want more hurry because I want to go early, I want to more relax. So sometimes it's my body, it's my mind, it's on balance. So I'm just a little tired. So everybody, maybe you have this situation, just 5 minutes, right? Maybe you have more enjoy your meditation or quiet time, the silence time, either your morning coffee. Yeah, very important here. And then also you have to see, imagine how's my life today, how's my day. So maybe I want to smooth driving, is my goal. The happiness is very important here. For integration map, layers, spirituals, the mental, the physical, we see the conference, the function, the leaders, the spirituals, discipline, the provide the vision. You know who you are becoming. The mental, the belief, the provide the lobbies. You know why it makes sense. Physical habit, the provide the action. You know how to get there. You know how to get there. You know how to transmotion from the lower to practice. Your experience to practice. Your growth source and then apply your lifespan. Number 4, how to start the integration. So we study how does change it truly happen. Internal tension and the radical choice. Transformation there is how they work together. But now, how to start? We already know logic. We learn this class. So we know that what's past trauma. We have a goal, and that we have low logic. So many experience. So how to start? We have ingredient and the materials. So we have blueprints, and then we have a frame. So how can you start making now? We have puzzle features. So how can you advance the puzzle with more the harmony? We make the piece by features. Here, to truly integrate those, you cannot change everything at once. You can change everything only one time. No, you leave it, and then you have more time. You must follow the minimum effective dose. The minimum effective dose. The principle from behavioral science. At least you need require time. The outliers. You know outliers, right? What is the outliers? Do you know outliers mean? Inside the liar or outside the liar? Outliers. What is the outliers? What is the master? What is the master? The outliers master one. At least requires the majors maybe 10,000 hours, or at least you have a book, your major, your peer, maybe 500 or 1,000 the book, the learning methods experience or learning and the leading, the outliers or master they require the brand value. So amateur, the master different, right? What is amateur?
Someone who just started.
Yeah, started. Okay. We are started same base 10 years. The same 10 years. For your master, I'm amateur. What is different? Why? Why your master and the amateur? 10 years same. We started 10 years ago. We start your field.
Because information we use, I get more, and I'm able to use it more effective.
Okay.
And you,
How about me? Amateur. Just stable.
no,
challenge
maybe
than
like
you want.
if you need a more explanation, more like maybe you don't have enough motivation to become master.
Okay.
It's okay.
So maybe everybody maybe both coming the opportunity. So we have to catch up, and then you are more effort, you more study, right? And then more the read up. But I don't know. The opportunity is coming is my front or not. This is my opportunity or not. I don't know. Why? I'm not report anything. And then 10 years, 20 years, same thing. No detailed job and math. You are very detailed because you train. You report. But I don't report nothing. It's amateur. 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, the same thing. Same value. But master work, everybody's same thing, same start. But some people, they more, the challenging, no smart. 99% the effort. The one generous, right? So it's very important here. So identities. The minimum effective dose. We did some requirement. We see what's that? Number one, identity does spiritual value, the peace. Second, the states the identity belief. I am a person who responds rather than react. Implement or timid habits. And I feel my porn viewers. I take one conscience breath before look at it. And I feel my porn viewers. I take one conscience breath before look at it. So implement the three habit. By doing this, if you doing this one, you are using the physical habits, the breath or reinforce or mental belief and the responders that benefits towards spiritual value, the peace. Over time, neuroplasticity takeovers. This integrate response becomes your new default mode. So very easy. This is my cell phone, but now I have a class now, but no train. Oh, hold on, okay? Hello, okay, maybe 10 minutes. Oh, 10 minutes, oh my God, I'm busy, okay. Okay, we got finished. No, right? No, it's particular. But I know that the regulation something, but now I'm in class, so ignore. I have to keep on my education. So we have to apply the daily time. Maybe try it that way, but we see just at least 10 seconds, 20 seconds, verse or something, good news or bad news, we don't know. Maybe we are grandfathers, your dad said, hello, Sean, I sent to you $10,000. Okay, you buy the bag, something, very happy. But you know what? Your mother is not emergency, unhappy. They shaking the mind. So you have to prepare what kind of link is good news or bad news. So we have to more prepare. How kind of words? Don't know. I even not know. I one time the brain any kind of news is coming, no shaking in my heart, my routine. Okay, so we have to train this one. The biblical experience, example, biblical experience. So we house your Christian the cultures, biblical examples. The Hegelian's internal tension, the Lord War Damascus, before his transformation, the Saul, we see the Saul Baul, right? The Saul was Christ who persecuted the Christian. He don't like the Christian. He had a strong thirst. I am protecting our Lord God by destroying this new movement. I am protecting the Lord God by destroying this new movement. However, there was undeadly alternatives in the books of art. Jesus said to him, "It is hard for you to kick against the door." And God was sharp, strict in usual stare action. This suggests how was already experiencing internal tension, but psychological speaking or friction between his legalistic jail and the undeniable faith he saw in the people he was persecuting. The Saul and the Paul, they changed. The sudden radical choice. After his vision on the road to Damascus, the Saul was blind for 3 days. This was a more liminal space. He had to make a radical choice. He could dismiss the vision and then to keep his state and safety, bad path. Or he could just accept complete new reality that contradicts everything he had been. Really, this is a turning point. We have some issue, the situation, school time. We have to say we just give up. Well, we have a more overcome this situation. We have a choice. But Saul, he chose the letters. He didn't just twist. It's the habits. He changed his name, his mission, and his entire identity. He moved from the patristy and the party to transformation and the aspect. So he changed the character, identity, the definition. Grace. Integration, habits, belief that discipline. The whole life after his Valencia transformation of mind show perfect integration over 3 pillars with discourse. The spiritual discipline, the campus, the Paul didn't immediately start approaching. He went into the desert over Abraham for 3 years. Now this was his time of spiritual renewal and silence, allowing the old self, the post imaging to polish, discover, and then leading his faith in his new calling. So he doesn't stay the old path, the old self. He wants to jump up. He cross line of the new line, the new calling, that is calling to God. So he gave up all the passion and he accept the new calling to God. The identity belief, the bridge, the first letters, the feelings, the identity languages, he stopped saying, I'm a sinner trying to be good, and start saying, I'm new creation, the old has gone, the new is here. The Corinthians 5:17, I'm new creation. I know I have a lot of mistakes and sinners. So but I love God. I want to try to change it. But the 10th portion, I'm new creation. The old has gone. The new is here. Isaiah, the same thing, they context. Please don't worry about it. Your new word coming, you change it. The new creation, the old has gone, the new here. The habits, the engine. The Paul integrates his transformation to rigorous behavioral science. The specifically is the habit over community and discipline. He worked at the teamwork, handmade to support himself. He worked letters to dailies, and he made it his habit to visit the synagogues, the post in every city. He didn't really earn the democratic feeling. He built up life or disciplined action. So he have a lot of some situation, but he unexpected future, but he screen time overcome. She receive more new call, and then she adventure, and then for the university, and then the God world. Number 4, the later plasticity of nearing the mind. The Paul even write down what about medical side of changing before science had a word for it in the Romans 12 he said, do not be conformed to his word, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Do not be conformed to this word, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. The Greek word for renewals used here implies a spiritual renovation. The Paul understood that transformation is just one time job. It's involved the conscious rewriting for how you think and pursue the world. So it's not an event. It's a permanent issue. It changes your life. So today's your subject, week 9, the transformation from the knowledge and your experience, your idea, the wisdom, to your practice applies your lifespan. So how does change truly happen? How that happen? Why? Why coming the issue is your situation? So how come? Maybe it is how come? The internal tension and then medical choice, transformation, the truth, that is the how they work together with the subject. So we have lifespan, our framework here is the hardware and the software. We have foundation the first time.